Good morning, guys. Welcome to the vlog. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I've been in the thick of it, you guys. So today I wanted to just film a catch-up vlog and like an honest kind of chatty vlog. Kind of let you guys know how things have been going here with Sean and with the kids, and chat about some of the things that I haven't really gotten around to talking about. I feel like I had been documenting a lot of how things were going when Sean was really, really little. He's about to be 4 months now, and we had a lot of transition this past month. Joe went back to work, which left me here by myself with the 3 kids. So we're gonna just have some honest conversation today, let you guys know how I've been doing, how Sean's been doing. I actually went to the doctor yesterday, which is important. It's important that I take care of myself, kind of, you know, take care of mama too, because I've been taking care of all these other tiny humans, but I need to like stay on top of myself and stay on top of making sure that I'm getting the things that I need. So anyway, we're gonna do all that. Hopefully you guys are in the mood to catch up, and like I said, to have some of these more like mom chats, this is hard, but how I'm getting through it, those kind of conversations. But before we get into that, I do want to thank Seed for sponsoring today's video. I shared Seed here on my channel not too long ago, maybe a couple vlogs ago, but this is Seed's GS01 Daily Symbiotic. A symbiotic, you guys, what it is it's a prebiotic and a probiotic all in one. So you're getting the benefits of like both of those things in just 2 little capsules. So they look like this. You get this pretty glass jar. You take 2 of these every day. I was actually really happy because when I went to the doctor the other day, I mentioned that I was taking this, and the first thing out of his mouth was, oh, I've heard that that's good for gut health. So I was very happy that he was like on board with me taking them. So I really enjoyed using them. These are formulated to help with digestive health, with gut barrier integrity, cardiovascular health, dermatological health. So lots of benefits of taking a symbiotic. But for me, it's been just like a nice way to make sure that my body's getting, you know, some of the things that it needs, some of those nutrients. It's keeping me regular in the bathroom, which is like a big deal, especially during the holidays. I don't know if it happens to you guys, like when you're just eating, your eating habits are like all out of whack, then you have issues in the bathroom. So it's keeping me regular. I've noticed that. And then I also feel like my skin is doing pretty well. I'm not sure how much I told you guys about this last time, but I really like how Seed is very committed to being sustainable. So you do have the glass jar that you get when you order your first 30-day supply. And then after your first shipment, what they do is they send you over just the refills. So it's not like you're getting a bunch of different packaging and jars and things like that. Another thing that you get when you order is you get like a little travel vial. That way if you're traveling, which we are actually going to be traveling soon, so I get to use this, and it's like the perfect little jar to put like a whole week's supply of the symbiotic. This is actually what the package looks like when you get it in the mail. And even like this part here, it says biodegradable algae paper. So let's see if it actually does biodegrade. Take like a section of it, because if not, it might take like too long. I don't know if you can tell, but it's already like breaking apart. That's pretty cool. You guys see up close, like it's all breaking apart. It's like falling apart. If I leave that under the water, it'll be gone. So anyway, I do have a code if you want to try them out. My code gets you 25% off plus free shipping. So I'll have all the information down below in the description box for you guys to check out. Like I said before, this is prime traveling time and traveling season. So if you guys have any trips planned, you want to make sure that your body is continuing to work how it should. You want to make sure that you're going to the bathroom and you're avoiding any of like those, like, you know, when you travel and you get constipated, or the opposite, maybe you get like explosive diarrhea when you go on vacation and you're like out of your routine. Keep your body normal, keep your gut health intact, and a way that you can do that is by using Seed. So thank you to them for sponsoring, and now let's get to it because I have a lot of things that I want to like talk to you guys about. Okay, so it's been a little bit. I've been dealing with a nap situation with Sean. He is now finally sleeping. We'll talk about this because it's a lot of what I'm going to talk about today. Can you guys see my cabinet in the background? I don't know if you guys watched that toy video that I did, but this is our new homeschool cabinet, and I freaking love it. It is so nice. I haven't organized it yet. My plan is to like make it nice and organized and have like bins and stuff, but this is where I'm keeping like all of the kids, like manipulatives, toys, all of their schoolwork is up there. We've been doing still like homeschool, and all of Riley's books are up there. Sorry to be sidetracked, but that's like one of the big things in the house that's bringing me joy these days, is like trying to get rid of some of the clutter. We decorated for Christmas, which brings a certain element of clutter to my life. So other than the Christmas stuff, I'm trying to like just organize everything else whenever I have a minute, because these days it is hard to find a minute to do anything. Okay, I wanted to make myself a piece of toast. I only had a yogurt this morning. I'm now making some toast. I'm hungry. I haven't attended to any of my needs and it is 11:20, and I have also done nothing today. I feel like half the day is gone and I have accomplished nothing. So anyway, list of things that I wanted to mention and bring up to you guys. Number one, I do not believe that I have shared on my channel that Jackson is now in speech therapy. I'm doing some speech therapy for Jackson. That's actually one of the things that we were doing this morning. So that may be news to you if you don't follow on Instagram. I've mentioned it once on Instagram. But we started to realize that, you know, there were certain sounds and stuff that Jackson was kind of having a hard time making with his mouth. You know, my sister's a speech therapist, so she kind of started picking up on certain things. And not that we were ever like super concerned. Like I knew that he still had time, like he's about to be 4. I don't expect him to be speaking super clearly. And it was hard to like not compare to, because like Riley was speaking super clearly at his age. So I wasn't like super worried, but it was something that we wanted to explore for him. So it worked out really great because my cousin is also a speech therapist. And my cousin, she works at a center, but she also does home visits. So what we have been doing for like the last 3 or 4 months now is once a week, my cousin comes over to my house and she takes Jackson either like up to his room or outside or somewhere, and they work together for an hour for the week. It's been going super well because obviously it's somebody that he's familiar with and it's here in my house, so I don't have to like shuffle the kids anywhere for Jackson to get his therapy. So it has been a huge blessing and he's been doing really well with it. Every time that she comes over, she tells me that he's making progress. Like he has a hard time with some of his like S sounds, and there were certain like sounds like the R sound, I think, like certain sounds that he was just struggling to make. So she practices with him and she like plays with him. They'll play games, and like today they were reading a book about winter. They were also doing like this little like sequencing thing. Today Riley was kind of like doing the stuff with them too, but a little sequencing paper. So it was a little bit of like speech therapy and occupational therapy too, because he was working on like cutting and gluing and all of that. But every week it's like something different, and I have found it to be super helpful. So just a nice little reminder that like there are definitely tools out there for your little ones if you feel like they're getting to a point where they need a little bit of help. Sometimes you can outsource those things. Like I obviously do a lot of teaching Jackson with his numbers and his letters, and I'm all about the crafts and stuff. You guys see me do that here on my channel all the time. I'm not trained as a speech therapist, and there's a lot of speech kind of things that I don't know how to correct or how to like pick up on and instruct him on how to like fix that. So I was happy that it worked out nicely that, you know, she comes to my house once a week. In-home visits are more expensive, and I'm paying all of this out of pocket. So in-home visits are more expensive, but it's just more convenient at this point. The center that she works at, they do take insurance. If you're in Miami and you want to look into it, I'll have like her Instagram down below and you can message her, ask her anything. But her center takes insurance, but they didn't take our insurance. So I was like, forget it. If they're not going to even take my insurance, like I'm sure other centers would, but I wanted her to be the one to do it. So long story short, she's coming to my house and I'm paying her to do that, but it's been just a huge blessing to be able to do that once a week, and we look forward to it, and it's just time for them to focus one-on-one on certain skills. So I didn't want to feel like I was hiding that. I wasn't ever like trying to. I was just trying to give him some time and space to like get used to it, for us to get used to it, and just to be able to tell you like, hey, it's actually working, or hey, it's not working, don't spend your money on this. Since the kids are homeschooled, you know, I know that when kids are in an actual physical school, like there are sometimes like speech therapists that can go and help them, or the kids teacher will kind of pick up on maybe they need some assistance. But since I'm their teacher, I don't have a speech therapist here, so I had to like go the route of trying to outsource it. So that's a little update on Jackson. If you guys have your kiddos in speech therapy and there's anything that you want to share, if you think it's been helpful, definitely let us know down below in the comments. And it's just so crazy, like when they start, you know, actually getting certain things and like making progress on certain things. Like as much as Jackson loves Paw Patrol, he couldn't do the back-to-back P sounds. Like he would say Paw a Troll, like something like that, and we'd be like, Paw Patrol, like why can't you say Paw Patrol? Something as basic as that, he couldn't say it. And recently he started saying it, like in conversation, he started saying Paw Patrol, and I was like, what did you say? And I was just so proud of him. So he's doing really well. And then on top of that, I've been, you know, continuing all the crafting and the working on his letters, working on his name. So all the homeschool stuff we're still doing, but this is just like a little extra. And Riley's been doing great. You know, I've been working with her on reading. She's pretty much done with the kindergarten stuff. I ordered her like some first grade stuff. I don't know if I've shared it with you guys. She's doing fine. We've got to work on, you know, the attitude. stuff like that. But academically, she's been doing good. Where I have been really struggling lately is with Sean, is with the sleeping. And I told you guys on Instagram, I want to give you updates on this kind of stuff and vent to you in a way. But I don't want it to just like always come off as like a complainy, like I'm ungrateful, because you guys know I'm grateful. You guys know how much I wanted a third baby, like how much I felt like we needed him in our lives, and we obviously do. So don't take it that way. Just take it as like I'm your friend and I'm really in the thick of it and I'm really struggling at the moment. I want to be real with you about the fact that I'm struggling. Things are great. There are those super great, cute moments and like happy times, so many happy times. The other day at dinner was the first time that we got on video Sean actually like giggling. I wonder if I can even like show you the video. That was like such a fun moment because we got like legit belly laugh giggles. You know, stuff like that, that's super cute and just the best, right? But it's been really hard lately because I think that for the first few weeks and months of Sean's life, like I was mentally prepared that he wasn't going to be a good sleeper. I was mentally prepared that we were going to have sleepless nights. And like I thought, like I kept telling myself, like, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel. This is going to be for like 6 to 8 weeks. Like then they start getting more on a schedule. And so mentally I was doing much better, I think, at the beginning because I was kind of prepared for it. Also, Joe was home, so he was helping me a lot. Not in the middle of the night, but just like having him here and being able to assist with the kids and the logistics. Like sometimes he would take Sean up for a nap for 2 hours. I can't do that because I have kids that I have to also be around. Like I can't just lock myself up in a room for 2 hours so that my little one sleeps. So I was doing, I think, overall really well. Now that he's about 4 months old, I'm starting to feel just more worn down and more exhausted because I don't feel like there's the light anywhere close. Like I feel like I'm very much in the tunnel and I see no light. And obviously I know that this isn't gonna be forever. I keep telling myself that. But in the moment, it's hard, like really hard to see that. Sean is not a good sleeper. He doesn't nap well. Like today he was fighting me, like just for me to put him down for this nap. Like finally we are here, but it took a lot to get him there. His first nap this morning was for 24 minutes in the carrier. This nap, I rocked him and rocked him. I put him down. He woke right up. I had to rock him again. So I'm finding it really frustrating that like even if I'm wearing him, even if I'm baby wearing him, his naps are super short and it still requires a fight. Same with like nighttime sleep. He is in my bed, you guys. Like he is co-sleeping with me. And you would think like most people co-sleep so that they can get some good sleep. Most people co-sleep because they're like, whatever, I'll co-sleep. And then that way we both sleep. We are co-sleeping and neither one of us is sleeping. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like what on earth? Like all the things that I would resort to as like a last resort, they're not working. So I'm trying to stay as positive as I can. But I definitely have moments. Like yesterday, I was crying all day. Like yesterday was I have lost it. I am crying. I am frustrated. I am sad because I feel like he's not resting and I'm not resting. I'm sleep deprived. So when I have tried, we're like kind of in the middle of like trying to figure out how we can set up some shifts so that I can sleep a little bit and he can sleep a little bit. So we're thinking like maybe he'll stay up with the kids and like do the kids' nighttime routine, like starting at 8. And like maybe he holds off Sean from like 8 to midnight. So that way I can try to sleep from 8 to midnight since I'm going to be up pretty much the rest of the night. Like I don't have any specific details to share with you because we're just like constantly trying new things and trying like maybe this works one night, maybe this works another night. In the middle of the night, I have tried to put Sean in the bassinet next to us. And he wakes up, doesn't want to stay, doesn't want to settle. So then he's in the bed with me. And a lot of times even in the bed with me, like he just doesn't stay still. Like he doesn't stay still. He keeps wanting to wake up. Sometimes I'll give him the pacifier and the pacifier he spits out or it makes him angrier. Like I think he just wants the boob, but then if he's constantly on my boob, I cannot sleep. So I find myself a lot of times just like repositioning him from the left to the right and he seems to want to just sleep on top of me. So I'm like in the bed and he's sleeping like on top of me, like this, and I'm trying to sleep, trying to close my eyes when he's like right on top of me. Then he'll wiggle or he'll wake up or he'll be unsettled. That wakes me up. So it's hard to explain unless like I literally have a camera over my bed the whole night. But that would also be traumatizing just to watch, I bet. Just like to watch like the night footage of me sleeping. I'm sure I would just be triggered by watching that. But that's kind of like an idea. It should give you like an idea of what the nights look like. So am I happy with my life? I am happy with my life. I love my kids, but I'm also very tired. I'm very tired, very worn out. And the thing is too, like, it's hard because I'll share these struggles and I'll share that I'm going through it right now. And then people are like, oh, well, you have Mimi, Mimi can come help you. My sister just had her baby, which I don't think I've shared here. So she just had her baby, and I'm so happy for my sister, for her husband, for their family. Super happy that I have a new nephew. But we're also in this space, if I'm being honest, where it's hard because like I'm going through it. I need Mimi. And then my sister's also going through it because she's just recently postpartum. She needs Mimi. And there's only one freaking Mimi. So like, how do we multiply the Mimis? Like, we can't. So like, she's with my sister a lot, and my sister is like alone a lot because her husband is in residency for med school. So like, Mimi is needed. And sometimes I don't have Mimi. And then there's like the human aspect of me that's like upset about that because I'm like I need assistance, I need help, but I know also that like my sister needs help. And Mimi is a mom to 3 kids. So it's not even just me and my sister. Like, my brother also lives at home with my mom. My mom still has to like attend to my brother and my dad, and like she has a house she takes care of. So my mom is just not like a built-in live-in nanny. And I think that's what a lot of people get wrong. Like, I've gotten a lot of people that just automatically assume like, oh, her mom must help her all the time. Her mom must be there all the time. Every day she's got Mimi, she's got help. Like, listen, recently, if my mom is here once a week, that's a lot. And I honestly haven't even seen my mom since like before Thanksgiving, because then we were sick, which was like a whole other thing. Like, I shared a little bit that we dealt with some sickness. Sean has been sick. The kids have been sick. Having a newborn that is sick and you're sucking out the boogers from them 24/7 has just not been it. Super grateful that it hasn't been anything like super bad where we've wound up in the hospital. I know that there's tons of kids that wind up in the hospital with RSV, with something really bad. So grateful that it hasn't gotten to that place yet. But it's still been hard because then he's not sleeping. Then on top of that, I don't know if he can breathe. So then I'm like super like anxious and watching him. But we also haven't seen my mom since before Thanksgiving because we knew my sister was going to be giving birth. We don't want to get anybody sick because then like my mom has to take care of the baby. Like, you know, all those things, the logistics. It's just been a lot, to say the least. So it's very much, many times, me by myself here. And this is what my days look like fighting my kid to go to sleep. The whole dance that I have to do to get him to sleep is at least 4 or 5 times a day because he's like doing, I think, like 4 naps if you count them as naps. And then I look at these schedules from all of the people, right? Taking care of babies, moms on call, because I've looked at all of those things. Like, it's not like I don't ever open up like to research because I'm like drowning. But a lot of them will have like a wake time. And if they're waking up like at 7, then their bedtime should be 7. We're not at a point yet, even with Sean, where his bedtime is like 6 or 7. Like, his bedtime is way later, or whatever you consider bedtime. So he's been up like around 6 or 7 every day. Some more times like 6. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up my app with like his sleep timers. And then like nighttime sleep, like he's still taking a nap at 6:30, 6, 5:30. So that's like his last nap. He needs it. And then nighttime sleep isn't usually until like 8, 8:30. So it's a long day. And even then, when we put him down for his nighttime sleep at 8, 8:30, he'll only sleep for like half an hour on his own, and then you still gotta be picking him up and holding him. So yeah, I've been flirting with the idea of just like doing some sleep videos, just like documenting what days look like of sleep, but I don't know if I'm mentally prepared to do that just because I don't know what you would see. Last night, I put him down for bedtime at 8:30. Slept in his crib for 42 minutes. Then he woke up. Then I had to go in there, rock him again. I put him back down. He slept for another 40 some minutes. At that point, I again went back in, rocked him, and this was probably like close to 10 o'clock by that point, and put him back down in the crib because I didn't think he was hungry. And he did sleep for like an hour and 15 minutes. I think that's the longest stretch that he's gotten in a while, where he did an hour and 15 minutes in there undisturbed. Then he woke up, and at that point I was like, I need to like try to get some rest. So bring him into the bed with me, nurse him, and then he was up multiple times the rest of the night. So mama's tired, I'm tired, and I know maybe that whole conversation was tiring and you don't care. Like, for those of you that are not in this season anymore, believe me, I am not at all offended if this is not interesting to you or you don't want to hear it. But for those of you who are still in like baby sleep time, all of that stress, like just know that I am here for you, because it's been hard and a lot. And look, he's starting to wake up. He's starting to move. Like on one side, I'm still having like these struggles, right? But I will take the fact that at least he's in his crib right now. Like if we want to focus on the positives, I can't say that there hasn't been any progress made, right? Because that would make me a liar. The fact that he is in his crib right now, he's on the Snuggle Me in his crib. And the fact that he's been in there, I think now he's been in there for 33 minutes or so. Oh, I'm lying. He's been sleeping for 30-some minutes, but he's been in there for 25 minutes. I mean, there was a point in time where he wouldn't even stay. So at least he's doing some longer stretches in there. I just wish I could put him down and he would stay for like an hour. I would take an hour nap. I would be more than happy with an hour nap, but we haven't quite gotten there. So I'm trying to be consistent and trying to see if hopefully he'll start to like maybe connect some of those sleep cycles, because it's just a lot being home with all the kids and the logistics of, you know, I need to be up there putting him down for a nap, but the kids are down here, the kids are having lunch, like what am I supposed to do? Then I have all the anxiety sitting up there in the room, you know, putting Sean down. I'm thinking like, what the heck are the kids getting into? What if they're in trouble or they need me and I don't hear them? Like all of the anxiety that comes with that. And yeah, there's just like not a lot of like me time. I'm struggling with like just wanting to have a little bit of space. It was so funny when I went to the doctor. I was telling the doctor, he was like asking me about postpartum depression, which I don't think I'm there yet. I don't want to take medication right now. But he was talking to me like about postpartum depression and like just overall, like I told him, I was like, I'm overstimulated. How can I like fix me? Like help me. How do I get over being overstimulated? And he literally looked me in the face and was like, you know, you should probably try going upstairs once a day for like 10 minutes, unplug, disconnect, do something for yourself, read a book. I was just like, thank you so much, doctor, for this medical advice. Like, I know these things, like I will try to do that more. But you know, like he gave me like just like kind of canned answers for like trying to figure out, you know, like how to be overstimulated. Love the guy, like he's a great doctor, but I was just like looking for something more helpful. What you doing, mama?
Making my lunch.
You're making your lunch, what are you eating?
Chicken with some other things.
Oh, chicken with some other things. What are the other things?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
Yeah.
Riley has been such a huge help, just so you know, like I'm sure I've told you, but she has been such a good helper, like with having Sean in the house. Like she loves her brother to death, number one, but she's been helping so much with like making breakfast in the morning and making her and Jackson like some little chicken nuggets, and just to see her be more independent, like it has filled my heart that she is like this tiny little person and that she's like doing all these things, that she is independent. But it's been like a really big help to me. So if you've ever been scared about like a bigger age gap with your kids, like I will say that the age gap has been fantastic in that my kids, especially Riley, can help me a lot more than when like Riley was, you know, 2, when I had Jackson and she wasn't really able to help. And look at that, he's already moving, and that means that he stayed in there for 29 minutes. And I'm not running right away, like I'm trying to give him time to like go back to sleep. But in my experience, every time that he wakes up at 29 minutes, he really wakes up. So I'll keep watching him for a little bit to see if by chance he goes back to sleep. But now he's gonna start crying, and that's not really what I want. Little man, why are you so mad? Hi, why are you so mad, little dude? Be happy. Look, he's so happy to see me. You can't even see right now. Look how happy he is. Hi, Cuckoo. Hi. How are you? Did you just miss me? Because I'm so fun. You are a descarado. Descarado. You little dude. You just want to hang out? You just miss me? You look pretty happy. So go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Okay. I wrongfully assumed that he would be okay on the floor. And he's like, no lady, I want to be in your lap. So if he's like this, he's okay. If he's on the floor, he is not. He doesn't want to be anywhere other than like this. So that's how Minnie's gonna be for the rest of the day. Are you killing your mama? Hey, you're making your mama crazy. You're making your mama Mama crazy. You want to do tummy time? Let's try tummy time. I think he prefers tummy time to like being on his back. See, tummy time is good, right? This is fun. This is a fun activity. Look, here's a little hairbrush. You can look at it. Here's your bear. You can play with your bear. See, you don't have to scream. No need at all. So yeah, dealing with all of this, you guys, and then you guys know, like, December is like a very busy time for us because we have the kids' birthdays, we have the holidays. So like just, you know, all of the stuff on my mind for their birthday. We're also going to Disney, so that's happy news, right? Like, we're very happy we're going to Disney, but like there's like the planning of that. So that's gonna be happening here soon. It's gonna be Sean's first Disney trip, and we are super just looking forward to it. The kids have been looking forward to it since last year. We had every intention of going last year, which is why we're going this year, because I had the money already saved from when we were supposed to go last year. But December is a very, very busy time of year. Jackson, how are you, buddy?
I just want to play outside.
You want to go play outside? Well, you got to eat your lunch, and then you can go play.
Outside.
You want to eat outside? Okay, take your plate outside. You can eat outside.
Inside.
Okay.
With a fly door.
The other thing, you guys, look who's there in the corner. Look who is back. We thought he had been captured back to his owners, and he came back to us. So, I'm gonna give him some carrots. So yes, Hops is just, you know, just chilling here.
Please don't be mad that he's back because we love him. I really missed him when he was gone.
Yeah, but he's not our rabbit. I honestly would not mind Hops so much, except that we got those new plants like out here by the fence, the new Clusias, and he's eating them. The rabbit needs to be relocated because I paid a lot of money for those plants for him to eat them. So like rabbits and plants, rabbits and gardens, they don't go together. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't mind having him here. So now we have to have yet again another conversation with our neighbors of like, hey, you need to take your rabbit back because he's eating all of my plants.
Hi, I'm Captain.
What?
I am Jackson, so I'm going to eat outside.
You're gonna go eat outside? And who do you have with you? You say Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Who do you have?
Paw Patrol.
You have Paw Patrol?
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it fast? Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. He's gonna eat out here with Chase and with Rocky. Does that make you happy?
And with the vehicles and the motorcycle.
Oh, very nice. Also, one last thing that I wanted to like chat about. Prayers are appreciated over here because obviously all the things that I told you about. But I definitely feel like there has been a lot of spiritual warfare going on in our home. And it's to be expected, right? I don't know how many of you guys believe in that. How many of you believe in spiritual warfare? I mean, it's literally in the Bible that we battle against principalities and stuff that aren't like physically here. But there is real evil, and that I do believe that there's spiritual warfare at play. So for example, Joe and I, we got asked by our church to like give a talk later on in spring. Basically like a marriage talk, right? And to talk about our testimony and stuff and coming back to the church. Really looking forward to that. But the minute that we were asked to do that, I told him, I was like, you know, there's gonna be a lot of spiritual warfare at play. So just keep an eye out for that. And sure enough, there has been plenty of it in our home. Plenty of the like, we're mad at each other for the stupidest things, having these arguments over like dumb stuff. So I think that that's like a real thing. Like when you start to get closer to Christ, when you start to dive into your faith, don't be surprised when stuff like that happens. When you start to experience some of that spiritual warfare, and you can look up exactly what that is or how that may manifest. But in my experience, it's like a real thing. And so we've been dealing with a lot of that. So yes, like I love my husband and I love my family, and we still have never been better. But to say that we haven't been fighting or arguing or like dealing with some of that in our marriage would be straight up lying to you guys too. So it's just been like a heavy time, right? It's been like heavy. There's been a lot going on, and I'm definitely tired, feeling it in a lot of ways. But I know that the enemy like wants me to stay there, right? Like he wants me to feel like everything sucks, everything's hard, and he kind of wants me to stay in that and sulk and drag me down. And so I'm trying to just like recognize it for what it is, and then pull myself out of it and like ask the Lord to help me out of it. You know, I can't always do it on my own. Trying to focus on the things that I'm grateful for and that I'm happy about, and you know, really put my time and attention into that, because I do think that's what the enemy wants you to do, is like, hey, everything sucks, it's miserable, I'm tired, this is never gonna end. And it's one thing to like feel that way, and it's another way to like stay in that. And I think that's what he wants to like bring you down and like get you to a point where you feel like you're never gonna come out of it. And it couldn't be farther from the truth. So that's my little spiritual pep talk for the day, because that's, you know, something else that's been on my mind. So let's wrap up this video with something fun. I have like a little Target package of some of the stuff that I bought. Let's do that, and then I'm gonna go, because then I'm gonna go and try to feed this guy. I was just about to say like, hey, we gotta do this fast because he's gonna start crying, and sure enough, he's already crying. He's hanging out with Riley there in his little play mat, but doesn't want to. Okay, hold on. Okay, Sean Michael, you win. So here, let's see some stuff. So I got Sean this little Mickey Mouse blanket, or security blanket, little lovey, whatever, for going to Disney. Do you want to play with that? Look how soft it is, gordo. Wow, look at that. So that's for Disney. I got Riley this cute little hoodie for Disney. The thing about going to Disney when it's like December time is you don't know what the weather's gonna be like. I still don't know if it's gonna be hot, if it's gonna be cold. Yes, this is gonna be for you. So I kind of have to get like some t-shirts and then some like sweaters in case it's cold. So all of this stuff was like on super sale for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So I got her this little hoodie. This one was from Gap Factory, I want to say. And then all of this is from Target. And this was mostly like Christmas stuff that I wanted to get, like pajamas, I think is mostly what it is. So I got Sean this little PJ with the reindeer feet. How cute is that? I think I got him another baby one. Oh yeah, I got him like the actual Santa one. So this one has like a little Santa hat. So now he has like some Christmas jammies, and then the kids have some matching ones. I got Jackson the set of PJs that's like the all green with Santas, and then the actual Santa. So that one is for Jackson, and then Riley's is like the same but in pink. So the Santas, and then this one with the matching pants. The kids' pajamas, I don't know if I've told you this, but ever since moving into this house, their pajamas all have holes on their knees, because I think my floors have like destroyed all of their pajamas. So I don't know if they even have one pair of pajamas at the moment. Well, now they do. But before this, like that don't have holes on the knees. So I'm trying to get them some new PJs and whatever. So now they have like some Christmas ones. They'll wear them until like next winter. So they'll wear them the entire year round, even when it's not Christmas. This one I got for Riley, and it's got cats on it. So winter cats. And yes, we have not forgotten about the cat. Don't ask me about the cat. The cat is coming. Just we needed to go to Disney first, and when we come back, we'll think about the cat. That one is for Riley, and then I got Jackson this PJ set with polar bears. Is it polar bear? So the kids like the comfy pajamas. They say, I want my comfy pajamas, which is anything that's like long sleeve or fleece. That's what they like. Then I got Jackson also this one that's super cute. I like the PJs for boys that are like the coat style. And this one has dinos that have like little scarves on them, like Santa scarves. So he has that set. And then this was a set for Sean for Disney. So this one has Mickey and Minnie on like the pants. And then it's like a little sweatsuit. So I think that he'll look cute in this if it's cold. It should still be cold like at nighttime. So even if it's like kind of hot during the day, I can have like things like this for nighttime. But this was really cute. So that's it. That's my little haul. I'll have more things to share probably in the next vlog when I start packing for Disney. So I'll share all of that, but any of the stuff that I shared here, I'll have in the description box with links. I've got to put that all away, and then I've already started getting packages of things that I've purchased, you know, with the sales and stuff that I still also want to share with you guys. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, because clearly that's about as much as I'm gonna get done today. And again, I have so many other things to do for the house that haven't been done, but I gotta go feed this guy. So thanks for just chatting with me and for being my friends and being the people that I can just vent what I'm going through with too. You guys always have great recommendations and encouragement, and just know that it's very much appreciated. So thank you for being here. Again, thank you to Seed for sponsoring today's video. Remember, if you want to check them out, I'll have my code down below, but you get 25% off your first 30-day supply plus free shipping. And that's it. So I love your faces. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.